Senior, the Fountain of Wisdom. Economy Series, Video 1 of 4, The Fire Underneath. Why your grocery bill is connected to a war you never heard of. Deep Research Script. 20 to 25 minute video. Research current as of April 2026. IMF, IEA, Vanguard, TD Economics. The Conversation. Dragon Sea, Wise Olber Series Senior, The Fountain of Wisdom. Economy Series, Video 1, The Fire Underneath. Deep Research Script, April 2026. Cold Open, Before. Title Card, Wise Senior Voice. Expensive. That is the word that describes the world right now. Everything is more expensive. Your groceries, your electricity, your petrol, the flight you were thinking about taking, the medicine you need, the birthday gift you wanted to buy for your grandchild. And most people, when they feel this, they blame the government, or the supermarkets, or inflation, or bad luck. But today, I want to show you something different. I want to show you the real fire underneath all of this. A fire that started on the other side of the world, in a narrow strip of water you may never have heard of, and that is now burning in your wallet, your kitchen, and your future. Because when you understand what is really happening, you are no longer afraid of it. You are prepared for it. And preparation, at any age, is wisdom. Part 1. The Hook Your Life and a War You Did Not Start. Let me ask you something personal. When did you last fill up your car with petrol and feel the price was normal? When did you last do the weekly grocery shopping and not feel a quiet shock at the total? When did you last open your electricity bill and put it down without a small moment of worry? If those moments feel recent, you are not alone, and you are not imagining it. The prices you are experiencing right now are not random. They are not bad luck. They are the direct result of decisions made by governments and military commanders on the other side of the world. People you never voted for, in countries you may never visit, whose choices have reached directly into your kitchen, your car, and your savings account. The first paradox. You did not vote for this war. You did not start it. You were not fighting it. And yet you are already paying for it. Every single day. This is the story of how that happened and what it means for your life. Let me show you something on a map. At the bottom of the Persian Gulf, between the coast of Iran and the small nation of Oman, there is a narrow strip of water. At its thinnest point, it is just 21 miles wide. You could drive that distance in less than half an hour. It is called the Strait of Hormuz. And through this 21-mile channel, every single day, flows approximately 20% of the entire world's oil supply. 20 million barrels of oil every single day. Fact: 20% of the world's entire oil supply passes through a waterway, just 21 miles wide. 1/5 of all the energy that powers the world's cars, factories, hospitals, farms, and homes. Saudi Arabia's oil comes through here. Iraq's oil, Kuwait's oil, Qatar's liquefied natural gas, the fuel that heats European homes and powers Japanese factories. All of it. Through 21 miles of water. For decades, this narrow passage has been the world's most important and most vulnerable energy choke point, and everyone knew it. Every government, every oil company, every military strategist knew that if this strait ever closed, the consequences would be catastrophic. On March 2nd, 2026, 3 days after the United States and Israel attacked Iran, it closed. Not forever, not completely, but enough. Enough that insurance companies withdrew coverage for tanker ships. Enough that shipping companies turned their vessels around. Enough that within days, the global oil market began to shiver and then shake. To understand what is happening now, you need to understand briefly how we got here. For more than 2 decades, the United States, Europe and Israel have been deeply concerned about Iran's nuclear program. Iran was enriching uranium, the material used to make nuclear weapons, to increasingly high levels. By early 2026, analysts believed, Iran was very close to having enough material for a nuclear bomb. At the same time, Iran and the United States had been in indirect negotiations through the neutral country of Oman. On February 27, 2026, just one day before the strikes, an Omani diplomat announced that a breakthrough had been reached. Iran had agreed to strict limits on its nuclear program. Peace, he said, was within reach. The second paradox. On the very day Iran agreed to nuclear limitations in peace talks, the United States and Israel had already decided to strike. The war began during a moment of peace. On February 28th, American B-2 stealth bombers and Israeli fighter jets struck Iran simultaneously. Within hours, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who had ruled for 37 years, was dead. Iran's top military commanders were dead. Iran's air defenses were destroyed. Iran responded immediately. Iranian drones and missiles targeted American military bases across the Persian Gulf. The Strait of Hormuz was declared closed, and the world, which had been watching oil at approximately $65 to $70 per barrel, suddenly saw it surge toward $120, an increase of nearly 80% in just days.